Hey Stamp friend, welcome to the Joy Stamp with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and today is Fun Fold Friday. In today's video, we'll be making a card using the Shepherd's Care stamp set. This is such a great spiritual Christmas set that I have been having so much fun playing with. Here's a card we'll be making in today's video. And it opens up like this to show an extra greeting in the inside as well. I'm going to show you a couple extra ones that I've made with this. This is this month's card club class stamp set we're using, so I have even more ideas. So if you love this set and want to join my club for the month, I'll send you a kit to make cards using this set. All right, let's go ahead and make this one, and then I'll show you all the others in just a minute. And then be sure to visit my blog for a chance to look at all of the measurements for these because I will not say them in our video. All right, let me show you the pieces we have. This card comes together fairly quickly and in fact was inspired by Elaine Venter, a swap I'd gotten. Let's see if I can find her card though. Hopefully here it is. So this is the one she made using that same layout and that same image. The biggest difference is that Designer Series paper and that I've used the heat embossing for this one instead of just ink. All right, so I did go ahead and do that step already where I've heat embossed that piece of basic white with this amazing cute little shepherd, and I use the copper. You can use any color that you want. I did use copper. In order for me to do that, I had to use the Versamark, the powder, and the heat tool. So that's a step we're gonna skip. And then for stamping for this one, it's all on this basic white piece here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and grab those pieces. We have the inside says praying that you'll feel the Good Shepherd's care in this season and throughout the coming year. And we're using the garden green ink. Open that up. And for this one, you're going to tap it there, make sure it looks good. And if we don't do it good first try, then I'll flip it over. We're going to go top center, though, for this guy. And press down. Nice. Then we're going to do bottom center for the piece on earth. We want that to be able to show through when the card is closed as well. Our piece on earth. So I'm going to just go right below where I stamped there. If you wanted to do some measuring, you totally could. But I'm going to eyeball it and call that good. And that's it for our stamping. Now let's just go ahead and assemble. We need to place this inside of our card base. Before I show you that, I want to show you the cool trick that we use to make our mat today. Let's make sure that's the right. There we go. So for our mat today, this paper originally looked like this, where it was a 4 1/4 by 11. I cut it at the 8-inch, and that left me with a piece for our mat, which goes perfectly for this guy here. All right, let's go ahead and grab our bone folder. And we'll start putting everything in. I'm using my Stampin' Steel Plus in the corners of my basic white for the inside. And in the center, we'll flip that over. That looks good. Then we have this beautiful piece of vellum that has images on it as well. So you can see through it, which is fun, but then it has this printed greenery as well. The fun thing about this one is sometimes it's tricky to using vellum because it is see-through. So I like to use the Stampin' Steel Plus and just doing like a little tiny strip. On the Stampin' Steel Plus, there's little sections, and if we do it just right, you can get like just 2 of them, which is pretty fun. If you don't have this one, you can always use glue dots as well because they're a clear adhesive. Yeah, that looks good. Line this up so we have borders on all 4 sides. Nice. We're going to attach this guy. This guy, because he was heat embossed, gets a little bit warped. So I'm actually going to use some liquid glue, which I rarely do with our basic white, but I think it's important because he needs to be put in his place. We don't want him rising. You can even tell this one's a little bit bubbled here because of what that heat embossing can potentially do to paper. Okay. What I usually do is grab that clear block and then I'll place that on there to create some pressure. And then let's grab our dimensionals, which I cleaned off my counter space, and so it's hard for me to find things right now. So we'll just cut off some of these around the ends. I only need like 3 of dimensionals, so it's not too bad. We're gonna flip this guy over and put dimensionals just on the top back. So 1, 2, 3, because we want him to rise a little bit, but not be glued down. We don't want him all over, else we can't even open our fun fold. Okay, we'll flip it over, and then we're going to place it in the center above our piece on earth, so we're not covering it, and making sure that we have borders on all the sides. Really nice. Perfect. See how that pops right open? Grab our embellishments. These are the iridescent foil gems, which are great because they have a little bit of bling in the inside, but they're mostly clear. And so sometimes it's hard to find embellishments that will match and go along with a lot of things. And this one is totally one of those that you can use for so many different projects. I also made this fun fold for my demo swap, which is a group I'm a part of that we get together every other month, either online or in person, and we swap cards. All right, check that out. Super, super cute, fairly easy, using that half a piece of cardstock to create this card. Let me go ahead and show you the others as well. So this one was my layout love for the month, where we use a layout from the annual catalog, that beautiful designer series paper. And then these are my 4 for my card class club. So we have this one using that same piece of designer series paper, that gold in old olive. And this one does a lot of background stamping, which is super fun. And some amazing dies we've used. This one has a really cool technique, which is, I love teaching different ways. And that next year, that's going to be more of our theme for our card classes, will be techniques versus just using a stamp set. And then this one is like the elegant one. That one has all the fun watercoloring with our watercolor pencils, a little bit of gold, and that beautiful ribbon as well, and some embossing. So these are the cards you'll get, and make 8 of them when you sign up for that. I'll have that link in the description below. You have until the 10th of this month to order or to sign up in order to get this kit. All right, you guys, I hope you've had a great time and have learned something new. Have a great week and happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.